what you will need. Your dirty makeup brushes, including spoolies, eyelash curlers, all that jazz. Also grab those sponges that you hate to clean. So, choose your fave, meaning there are quite a few in this video, you probably don't need all of them. Let's start with the baby shampoo. This is by the Up & Up brand. You can get whatever brand you prefer. This is really great for larger face brushes as well as sponges. Bar soap. Now, I just use Dove because that's what I have, that's what I prefer. You know the drill with that. But you can honestly use whatever you want. I know Nikki Tutorials uses hotel bathroom bar soap, which would totally work. You can also use the Beauty Blender solid cleanser, really whatever you have. I use this for eye brushes and also small face brushes, as well as a really deep clean of my Beauty Blender. Now that was a brand new bar soap, and you guys know I don't waste shiz, so this is a lot more like what we're going to be using today. I know, not exactly appealing, but you know, whatever works. And lastly, we just have the regular facial cleansing towelettes. These ones are just by Kirkland, so they're very inexpensive, but I don't use these just by themselves. I make sure to use soap before and use these almost like a second cleanse. I'll go more in depth when I show you, but that's just like a broad explanation. Next we have an essential, which is actually this pore cleansing pad by Sephora. It's literally $8, which is amazing. And it performs very similarly to like the Sigma brush cleansing mat or the brush cleansing glove. It is a lot smaller, but the price difference is absolutely amazing. Basically, it has a bunch of these kind of knobs and I guess almost like silicone hairs. I don't really know how to describe it, but it really helps deep clean your brush and get all of that gunk and dirt out of them. You'll also just need a little towel just to lay the brushes down on while they dry a little bit. And lastly, you'll just need a ton of hair ties. And I'll go more in depth about what to use these for later in the video. So we're going to start off with eye brushes, and I'm just using a regular flat shading brush. Basically, I'm just going to run it under some water on the tap. Now, usually I like to do cold or lukewarm because you don't want it to be warm or else the glue in the ferrule will start to wear away. And then after that, I just take my soap and I kind of swirl it in with the Dove soap a couple times, making sure to get enough soap that will kind of clean every bristle. Then I just take my pore cleansing pad and just swirl it on there, just really deep cleaning my brush. After that, I rinse the brush one more time. And then I use my Kirkland face cleansing towelette and I just swirl it on there as well just to get any excess off. Then after that, I run under the tap one more time. And then I just put it aside on the towel. I also want to mention too, it's very important to rinse out both your soap and your soap dish because you want those colors to go away, not come back and meet another brush. That's not what we're trying to do here. No. Now we're going to go on to small face brushes. I do the exact same thing that I did with the eye brushes for these, just because they fit in the soap dish. It just works out well. You can totally just use baby shampoo if you prefer that, but I just think it's easier just to use the bar soap. Now going to larger face brushes, I'm first going to wet the brush under the tap again, and then I'm just going to be using my baby shampoo on the pore cleansing pad, and I'm really going to swirl the brush in and make sure all that soap gets really worked into the bristles. It's really great for brushes like this one, especially that are very dense when it comes to the bristles, and there's a lot of product that can get built up, you know, deep into the brush. It really helps to cleanse and clear all that stuff out. And then after that, I rinse the brush one more time. And I do a little dance with it on the Kirkland facial cleansing towelette, and then I rinse it one more time and then place it on the towel. It's very similar to the way that I clean the eye brushes and the other small face brushes. I just like to use the soap when it's a really big brush, and sometimes, you know, it doesn't fit quite right in the bar of soap. Now going on to specific brushes, I'm going to show you how to clean this brow comb slash brush duo shenanigans thing. I did not know how to clean this for a long time, but basically I just take a Kirkland wipe and I just go to town, just try to get as much product out of there as I possibly can. You won't realize how much color there is, especially in the brush side, until you do this. I'm just warning you, it's a little bit crazy. Now going on to just a regular spoolie, I'm taking the same Kirkland towelette and just trying to get as much product out there as possible. Next, I'm just going to clean this e.l.f. shadow shield slash like mascara shield. It gets a lot of product buildup on there because it has a very sticky silicone kind of texture, so I just wipe it off with the same towelette. Now onto my favorite part, the lash curler. For some reason, this makes me feel so fulfilled in life. I can't really tell you why, but I just take that same towelette and just get all that disgusting, goopy mascara grossness out of there. Now going on to beauty sponges, I like to first dampen them with probably about medium to high heat. Wow, it sounded like I was on a cooking show right there. Not what I was going for. Anyway, then I just wring the beauty blender underneath that water quite a few times, probably at least 15 times, to make sure every inch of it is soaked. And then I add my baby shampoo and I really massage it into the beauty blender. It really helps it kind of sink into every crevice of the sponge and really help it clean. And it takes a little bit more time, but I think it's really worth it in the end. Then I again put it underneath the water and I really get all that soap out. It is such an amazing feeling when you have clean beauty blender, let me tell you that right now. Then if you're still noticing a couple stains, I just take the bar of soap and then just really concentrate it in those areas. For me, it's always the very base and the very tip of my beauty blender. I always get huge stains, so this really, really helps. Now for drying my brushes, I just take my regular towel rack, I take the towels off of the rack, and I just hang my brushes upside down on there. This is where the hair ties come in real handy. So I take one of those, and then I take my brush. Then I just turn my brush upside down, and I grab my hair tie and put it pretty much on top of where my fingers are, and then I just hold the other side. Then I just take it over to the towel rack and I just kind of adjust it so that it fits right underneath the bar. And then I just grab the other side of the hair elastic and pull it and attach it to the top of the handle. Once everything's clean, I let it all dry overnight, especially the brushes, and then I come back the next morning, so that's right now. I take them off and I do a quick test to make sure everything's dry, and then we're good to go. And there you have it, perfectly clean brushes, sponges, and other tools. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!